YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to members only. If you're new, you already know, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on so you can know when I'm uploading this fire. Hit the likes and, bust it up with me in the comments. Now tonight we're going to talk about two popular individuals. We're talking about Mike Tyson and we're talking about Alpo Martinez. And the two had a little thing going on. A lot of people don't really speak on it. Every time Tyson is asked about Alpo, he always take the high road and he always say something positive about him. But back in the day, they had a little something going on. Now, you had a lot of hustlers back in the day getting to the money, moving in the fast lane, and what comes with that fast money is fast women. And it's okay to date those type of fast women, but you have to know what comes with it. So first, if you being a female that's in the club every weekend, you already know she's around hustlers, so you already know all the ballers probably done ran through her. So back in the day, all the hustlers used to hang around the same spots, flash their money, being flashy, going out, meeting the same women. You got some dudes that'll wife them, and some dudes that'll just run through them. You got some guys that would never stand a chance with a bad female if they didn't have the money. And you have some dudes that naturally have it. You had Mike Tyson that was the heavyweight champion of the world. Like when he was fighting, everything stopped. He used to shut cities down. People used to dress up, get their money, get their fly whips, even get their fly rentals and drive down or take flights to Vegas or Atlantic City to see him fight. Yeah, and you used to turn on the radio, you used to hear Mike Tyson. You turn on your TV, you'll see him on the news. Man, he was the knockout king. He was making history. He was doing things other fighters wasn't doing. Now, one interesting thing about Mike Tyson is that he was a multi-millionaire, but you'll still catch him in a hood spot. Yeah, he had friends all over that he used to visit. He was just that thorough. Now, of course, when they used to go out, he would step out to these clubs and he'd run into the same females the hustlers were running to. But it's Mike Tyson. Now, that one hustler that got the female because he had the money, he's paying for it. The same female that'll leave with Mike Tyson for free. That's just the game, yo. And then you had Alpo Martinez, the young fly one from Harlem. Now, he wasn't the richest and he ain't had the most paper, but he was the type to be in a club without a dime in his pocket and still leave with the baddest chick in there. And that's facts. Now, he was the fly one wearing all the designer, the Dapper Dan. He was doing on all the fly stuff. Then you had him on the dirt bikes. He was popping the wheelies, doing all the Evel Knievel stunts on them bikes. He could play ball, he could fight. He was funny, he had the charisma. So, all the females just loved the excitement. So it was a lot of older dudes that was bosses that had fly chicks and he was running through their chicks. Even though, he had less amount of money, but hey, it is what it is. A female gonna like what she like because the money don't make it. You already know. Now, he should have took notes from there. He should have saw what was going on because when he started getting to that money, that's when he started leading with his wallet. He even said it himself, that's how he was giving it up. And the females loved it. The fast woman, they'll go home with you on the first night if you cutting that check. And he even said himself, he was a crazy trick. Now, I don't think any man should have an opinion on the way another man should spend his money. Dealing with a female, you're gonna trick either way. Either you're giving her the money up front or you taking her on dates or buying her flowers or, you're gonna spend the money. If you buying the bottles, you buying a tree, you buying whatever you buying for a female. If you're coming out your pocket, you're tricking. And a lot of dudes saying they won't trick on a female, but they'll go on a strip club and blow some money and leave without nothing. So now let's talk about the issues the two had on each other. Now, Alpo, he had an issue with Mike Tyson. And one of the issues was he was playing for the other side. Now, we all know the problems that Alpo had with Demencio. We all heard the stories. And then you had Mike Tyson. He was best friends with Demencio. You will see them in pictures together. It was out and about. Now, it's not like Mike Tyson didn't know the issue between Alpo and Demencio. Of course, Demencio had to keep Tyson's head on a swivel. Like, hey, when you come out here, just know we got problems with this side. Now, Alpo had heat with Demencio due to the fact that Demencio ran through his main chick. Now, I heard stories that Demencio actually had her way before Alpo. And, they stopped messing around. Demencio didn't wife her, but it became Alpo main chick. And, you got dudes with ego, dudes with a lot of pride. So, we had pillow talk. Alpo and his main chick was probably laying up in bed. And then Alpo probably asked that question. Like, hey, I know you've been messing around with a lot of hustlers in the streets, a lot of dudes that I know, but did you mess with this guy? And Alpo probably didn't like what he heard. There's been stories that Alpo and his main chick, they was on and off just like every couple. But, when they used to take the break, she used to run back to Demencio, because she was cool. They had a relationship. And, her and Alpo would get back together and Alpo would hear those stories. And, that's just something that he didn't like, so Demencio had to go. Now, when two men don't see eye to eye in the streets, they play this little game. Like, they like to play this little game to where they see your female and they try to crack on her. They try to hit her just to get the one up. Now, that's just not the streets, man. You have just in general, just men, period. Now, you had Tyson running through brawls from all over the world. And he would mess with supermodels and then he'd mess with chicken heads when he'd come to the hood. Now, he would come through and he would see Alpo's girl and he would say something to Alpo's girl. He would try to crack on her. Now, I don't know if he was trying to be petty towards Alpo because he knew him and Demencio wasn't seeing eye to eye and they had issues. But 9 times out of 10, he knew the story about Demencio cracking his girl. So he probably tried to say something slick to him because he tried to get a little ride on it. He tried to get a turn on it. She probably was bad. But that's one thing, it got back to Alpo, and Alpo wasn't having that, man. Now, shortly after, Alpo did state that he did spot Mike Tyson with a guy that looked just like Demencio. And then they figured out that it wasn't Demencio, but they said if that was Demencio with Tyson, they said they would have let Mike Tyson have it too, due to the fact that he even tried to play with him by trying to crack on his female. And that was just Alpo, man. Like, he had a lot of incidents with dudes over females. He'd go around hitting other dudes' females, but when it come to his, he wasn't playing. Like, you had to go. You have a lot of dudes out here thinking they players, man, hitting other dudes' females, but when it come to their female, as soon as they get their female hit, they want to cry, their chest hurt, and I don't even want to spark. Like, no, man, you gotta accept what comes with the game, man. You gotta, charge it to the game, just like how Guy Fisher charged it to the game when Alpo was hitting this chick when he was in jail. That just comes with it, man. Just move on, go get you a battered chick, man. You don't need to spark over no females. That's what a lot of guys don't understand. Like, back in the day, like, everyone had money. Like, majority of the guys had money. They was around the same circles, around the same crews, around the same females, like, every weekend. Just like these new rappers, they beefing over the same females. You're around the same females, the same strippers, the same models and all that stuff, the same IG models. So, of course, you're gonna run into the same females, just don't take them personal. Now, the issue Mike Tyson had with Alpo is that Alpo took out his friend Demencio. Now, of course, Mike Tyson wasn't going to get any good back because he's Mike Tyson. He's a celebrity. So he's going to stay away from the hood politics. Another person Mike Tyson was cool with that Alpo took out was Rich Porter. Now, we all know that story. Now, Mike Tyson did tell a story that, he wasn't feeling that. And it's crazy because every time Mike Tyson would receive a phone call or hearing news about a good friend that he used to be cool with losing their lives, that Alpo would have something to do with it. So it seems as Alpo was taking out everyone that was a good friend of Mike Tyson. So that's the issues the two would have with each other. And I wonder if Alpo was still living today, like around this time, if they would have ran into each other, like how would they react to each other? Like, would it be a conversation? Would it be smoke? Just let me know in the comments what y'all opinions are. And you already know, man, don't be a stranger. Get the likes up. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Hit the comments up. I appreciate everyone for showing love, tuning into this video. If you don't got nothing to say, just comment where you from, man. I want to know where everybody at tuning into this video. So y'all have a good night, man. See y'all next video. I'm out.